up? Piece of shit girl Jessica Jackson, aka Jessie Jess, and you're watching Just with the Press interviews. I'm gonna let my guest introduce herself today.
So hi guys. So her guest today is Paradox. That's the performer. My name is Unique, but you can call me Paradox. Don't call me Unique. I am a writer slash rapper slash poet slash meditation enthusiast slash that nigga like.
Let them know who you
That'll
is.
be me. That'll be me. You feel me? So either.
All right, where you from?
I'm from Augusta, Arkansas.
Okay, the country.
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 Like no highways, country.
Is-
Like
Is that
that.
so?
They got roads, but
Yeah, because what age is your school size?
it was a 2A school.
Oh, y'all small as hell. That's the country. I thought it was like a little bit bigger than that.
Nah, baby, we was little. Graduating class might have had 20-something people in it.
Dang, for real?
For real, for real.
How was that going to a school like that? How was that?
You knew everybody.
Was everybody like popular and stuff? Like everyone, like it didn't even matter. Like
It was the
everybody
same
was
as like a
family.
regular school. It's just like was small. So the scale in which you would find things like, you know, cliques and groups and like athletes or whatever, it was the same, but it was just like compact. So it was sheltered. It was little. It was quiet, but everybody knew everybody's business, and it was just a small town. So
That's what happens when it's small.
yeah.
All right, when did you first start singing?
Singing.
Yeah.
Who told you about to sing?
What your music? What you mean? You? I seen it on the internet.
Man, I don't know what you're talking. I don't know what she's talking about. Well, singing was like an outlet just for like fun when I was little, but like I still don't consider myself a singer. Like I can hit a couple notes here and there,
Oh, okay.
but like I'm not a singer. Like,
All right, so
oh yeah,
when
like
you
that's a
start
singer.
like rapping, so you like, so what would you say that you are, like just an artist, or would you like even put yourself in one category?
I'm definitely an artist. I'm definitely a creative, but my I should say skill set probably resides in like rap and poetry. So
Your inspiration to go ahead and start like go towards like your poetry, the writing, all that, rapping.
So funny story. When I was in elementary school, I had this teacher, and one of her assignments for us was to write a song about the stuff that we learned.
Yeah.
And one of the song, like the topic was volcanoes. So we had like we were separated into groups, and then we had to write a song. And of course, I did a rap, and they was like, oh, and that was in the 6th grade. So like even before that, I was writing poetry in class and stuff like that. And even we had the assignments. Like I thought my stuff was the dopest stuff I ever read. But
Yeah.
like, so I started writing really in elementary school, and then like when I got to high school and stuff, we would be like in the courtyard or whatever, and they'll be like, hey, hit a beat, you finna rap type stuff. And it's not like I feel conceited because of it, because it wasn't even there. I'd be nervous the whole time, but like it was stuff that was pre-written, so I ain't have to do it. I can't, please don't ask me to freestyle.
Dang! That's what was in my head, bro. I swear to God, in my head right now. I was like, you gonna freestyle towards the end? No! It's a little bit.
I can't do it. I can't think that fast. My stuff has to be live.
Oh, yeah?
I can't think that fast. I have to write it out. It has to make sense.
Can we
to me
hit them
before I
notes?
say it. What notes?
You can sing. Why you act like you can't? Okay, you don't have to. You know what? We're not gonna get that, fans. We're not gonna get that today, I guess. But I mean, you can't spit a couple bars at the. No, cool beans. What music genre would you say your music fall under?
My music falls under. I mean, dang, that's crazy because I do so many different types of music. Y'all just ain't heard me yet. Like for the most part, I like conscious rap. I like it because it's informative and it's real. It's like of course I listen to the obvious ones like J. Cole.
Yeah.
Like that's my nigga. Like
Yeah.
if I had a soulmate in music, it'd be J. Cole. But like I also listen to people like I don't know, like Coco Jones. Like I listen to all types of music, so I write and create all types of music.
Okay.
So for the most part, it's definitely rap. You might get some R&B, you might get some soul, but foreground, I'm gonna stick to rap.
Okay. Who's your inspiration?
I have a lot of inspirations. I have a lot of inspirations. And in regards to rap, I know it's gonna be weird and folks gonna look at me crazy for this, but I do not care. I grew up listening rap-wise to Eminem. Like, that was the first rapper I was introduced to.
Shady was
Literally, that's the first rapper I was introduced to. And, like, the way he would, like, tell stories and stuff, regardless of how gory or, like, weird and repugnant they were, some of them was just, like, real-life shit. And, like, I appreciated that about his music because, like, he didn't hold shit back. And so I grew up listening to him. And then when I started listening to music, it was J. Cole, it was Kendrick Lamar. But, other influences and inspirations from music, they all over the place because I also watch stuff like the Phantom of the Opera and like it's like Sweeney Todd, like musicals type stuff, and then you know the obvious stuff like I ain't grown up watching Dreamgirls, but when I watched it I was like, God damn, that's tight shit. So I listen to stuff like that. The only music that I won't listen to is country. Like I listen to Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco. I listen to rap, R&B, Rihanna, Beyonce. I listen to all of it. But don't throw no country in.
If you collab with any female artist, who would it be and why?
Expeditiously, it would be Oya, cause like
Oya the Poet?
Yes, like that's my baby right there. That's my baby right there. So that's local wise, I would definitely work with Oya because like number one, she is skilled and talented and passionate. And when you put all of those things together, and then you know what I'm saying, I got the lyrics or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She be writing too, don't get me wrong. Like she's dope. She can do everything. And she be rapping, bro. Like she versatile and she open with herself to try new stuff and develop as well. So like I would love to work with her. Like not like from her asking me to do something, but more like, hey, I need you to do this with me type shit. Like I would like to initiate the collaboration. So I want to work with her. Local wise, male. I'm also gonna go local wise. Let's see.
Okay, we going local and not with the like the ones that's out there already. Okay,
Local artists like in Arkansas, they baby, you see this candle? Lit. That's what they are. So let me think. Penn Davis. That's the one right there. That's the one right there. This is the most recent project. Penn's Bayou. Boy, when I tell you that sounded like the soundtrack of whatever was going on in my life at that period of time, I said, how did you know? How did you know, Penn? How did you know? So I would definitely work with Penn Davis. Both of those being local wise, cause like they I don't know, it's something about their minds that I just got to get it. Like,
okay.
They cold. They cold. Like when I write some stuff, I really amaze myself, and I don't say that to be like conceited or full of myself. I just know like when I write stuff that I really like, I immediately want people to hear it. And yeah, bro, but no, like that one was written. No, it's okay. That one was actually like a couple of months old, but yeah, if I could have immediately recorded that as soon as I got done writing it, I would have. But the thing is, I probably would have had it on a different beat, and that's the beat that it's on now.
Yeah,
it gotta stay that way. That's a Docs beat, bro. That's another local artist, bro. Like, I'm so happy that I got that beat on there because like it fits the message, it fits the feeling, it fits the whole mood of the song, and I'm glad that I took my time with that one because I also recorded it and mixed it myself. You know,
try to do that.
But that's fun. I'm learning how to do all of that, and that's another thing that makes me anxious, like excited, I should say. That's another thing that makes me excited because I'm learning how to mix and record by myself. I be watching YouTube videos and stuff like Wavy Wayne and stuff like that. But they get to see the process of me learning how to do all of this. And
so you want to like produce as well too?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I want to know how to do all of that. I'm trying to do
okay. So you said Docs. I interviewed him. So do you always work with local producers, or how does it go when you picking producers for your songs and stuff?
It's not always local, but I will say that he has the best beats that I've ever heard, like for my genre, I should say.
Okay.
And I have other songs like that are written to other people's beats, just stuff off BeatStars. I don't know the producers or nothing like that, but like I really like his shit. So when I when I have a new like lyric or something popped up in my head and a verse came out of it, I go looking in people that I know stuff first, and then after that, if I just don't get the feeling, then I'll just like go to something else like BeatStars and YouTube, but like those are beats that a lot of people have access to, and don't get me wrong, they have access to the local beats as well, but like people aren't looking local, and I like looking local because they know people, so I don't mind taking the time to go through that and find the beats and stuff that work for me.
So you write your own music?
Absolutely.
Do you also write for other people?
Okay, so I would write for other people as long as like I can get the credit for the lyrics knowingly or the music knowingly. I don't want to be a ghostwriter. Like you're not gonna have me write some shit and then pay me off one time and then be like, you know, this my shit. No, it's not. You didn't come up with it, and you're not gonna take the credit for it. And that's I don't mind being cocky in that regards, cause like I'm good as fuck at what I do.
Y'all hear that? You know she's telling y'all hear her voice. I'm good as fuck as that. I like it. I like that shit.
I don't mind if
Paradox, like your like ego, like your other like who is like paradoxing you out there?
Paradox is a performer.
Okay.
Yes, Paradox is the person you see when she has a job to take care of. Like when you having a conversation with me, you're not talking to Paradox. She's definitely just a persona, and she is the person who is going to make me my money. Like Paradox is an entity. Paradox is like a being. Like she's definitely a part of me because you know that's just another identifier, but she's not always available for you to have access to.
Okay, all right. How did you come up with the name Paradox?
So when I was trying to come up with a stage name, basically I wanted it to be something that was ironic, right? Paradox. But I was trying to think of stuff that was relevant and true. So paradox is like the odd thing about living. Like, for example, everything is a paradox. If you don't want to feel pain, you gotta feel pain. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to hurt, you gotta feel pain. If you don't want to be depressed, then you gotta like go through your shadows type shit. So like everything about paradox is like a journey. Like you gotta see this side to be able to get to this side type shit. So yeah.
I ain't
paradox, you know.
I fucks with that name.
I'm weird, but you gonna see that shit and you gonna pay me for it, bro.
I like her energy. I love your energy. Oh, shit. Pie come from?
Pie?
Moon pie? Moon pie or is it just pie?
So it's pie because like paradox was actually a term that was overused in like social media and stuff, and I still wanted that to be my tag, and I wanted to be known as Paradox. But like with the pie thing, it's like super complex because it's, from what we know, pi is a never-ending number and stuff like that. So like we also using this number to calculate circles and whatnot, and if you can't find the end of a number, then how you gonna complete the circle type shit. But like other than the complex shit, I like the name Pi because it's short and you get the point. Like you don't have to think about what my name is. Oh, that's Pi. Hey, how you doing? I'm cool with it.
Okay, do you have a routine that you get in before you write or record?
Before I write, no. A lot of the times, the only reason that I can write is because I have an inspiration and it'll be like one line or one lyric, and then everything else will come for that single piece.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like
throw a topic out. You said one line, like something like holes. Like give me an example.
No, it's fine. Like, okay, so with lyrics, one line had popped into my head and it was like, sacrifice just enough for myself to know when not to do it for you too. And then after that, I was like, oh snap, you don't grind with me, you take time from me, and I'm not the type to be used. That stuff with things, okay, straight for me. And it just kept going from there.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, once I get the cadence and the flow, like, and the rhyme scheme going, I'm like, okay, I have to keep going, otherwise I'm not gonna know what to write next. In regards to like poetry, one of the ones I just did was Cloak, and the line was, I've been aware of your darkness for a while now, or your shadows for a while now, and then everything was built around that line, I think. So I have normally one line of inspiration, and then everything else just comes from there. In regards to recording, I don't have a ritual either. Like, as soon as I get done writing or whatever it is that I feel like doing, I'll just turn the shit on and record. And if I'm in somebody else's studio, I'll make sure I have water. I'll make sure I'm doing my breathing, because I still get nervous, you know what I'm saying? Even if I'm by myself, because it's my voice that's going on something that people are going to hear. So, like, I'll make sure that I take care of myself physically. So I'll drink my tea, I'll drink my water, I'll make sure I eat. And if I eat, it ain't going to be something that made me feel heavy. But, like, it's not a specific, like, continuous ritual that I do every time before I write or record.
What's been your biggest accomplishment with music so far that you're most proud of?
Releasing Handily. And that is because this year was when I made that move to buy my studio equipment and my recording equipment. And that was like, I don't remember, June, July, August time frame. I'm not sure what it was specifically. But I learned how to do all of that shit myself. Other than produce, I did not make that beat. So I learned how to record it, I learned how to mix it, I learned how to make it sound good, and I learned how to release it through distro. And that's what made me happy, because that's what I'm gonna have to do every time I have a song that I want to release. So that's definitely gonna be my biggest accomplishment, putting out Handily. Y'all can go listen to it. But yeah, I'm ready.
What's your favorite song by you and why? And can you tell me about the creative process of that?
My favorite song by me is Transparency. It is a mix of poetry and rap. So it starts off with a poem, and it's talking about, there's this line, again influenced by one line. I was once told that my eyes were made of glass, and my sister told me that. We was in this house that we used to live in, and she told me, because my eyes was like crystally clear or whatever it was, and I took it from there. I made a whole piece about like discovering your demons and your healing process. So that's what the poem was about, and then after that I'll have verses about the healing process and the systems that we have to go through and break through and stuff like that.
You must be helping people too, man. Y'all better listen to that shit. Y'all need some healing. Listen.
I gotta record it too. And of course it's on another dog's beat. But it's a point. It's a point. So basically that's my favorite piece because well, again, the name of it is Transparency, and it just walks you through, number one, the stuff that I'm going through, not everything, but some of the stuff that I'm going through, and then it puts it into perspective about the things that we also go through as a people. And I don't mind making music that is also impactful, because like, it's necessary. If you're gonna decorate time or sound with music, then it should be something that's helping people. It shouldn't be something that's bringing people into negativity, even if it is informative. And one of the songs that informs people is Transparency, and I like that about it. So, you know.
Alright. Oh, has there ever been a time you've been discouraged?
Oh yeah. I feel like as an artist, you're gonna be discouraged at times just because that's how the world works. Like, you're not always gonna be at 110%. You're not always gonna be at 85%. At some point, you're gonna hit a low of about 13.
About 13? Look at the percent she give you, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna feel like a battery that need to be charged, but you don't know where your charge is, so you just run it out. But like, I'm not gonna say that that's like how I feel all the time, or even most of the time, or even half the time. It's just like, those are moments that are impactful. So I guess the time when I felt discouraged was definitely after any music night performance, because I was like, I don't know if it's gonna be for me. Like, I don't like the way this feels. Like, I went on a whole hiatus after that. Like, I didn't do
for
it.
real?
Yes, like I didn't want to perform. I didn't want to go nowhere. I didn't want to be around nobody. I was like, bro,
You didn't even do bad. It was just how you felt about it. It was just how you felt
it
about
was
it.
definitely how I felt, and like,
Damn, that's crazy how somebody mind can do them and stuff like that. You could stop the whole thing. I'm glad you kept going.
Yes.
What helped you get out of that, like, discouragement mode?
I
Like, what you
kept
do?
writing. Like, I kept talking to the people, number one, who saw me on the stage. So I was like, you did what? You felt what?
Mm.
You couldn't tell. And I was like, I mean, that's great and all, but that's what happened. You see what I'm saying? Like, I was actually feeling that way. I'm not sure why. And it might go also into me being an empath and taking in everybody else's feelings and shit, and you know, all the projections they be having in the crowd with the energy and whatnot. But I just kept writing and I kept creating because, I mean, that's what I do to release.
Yeah.
So that was my therapy for a while. I listened to some music. I listened to some more music. I listened to even more music, and I was, you know what I'm saying, talking to people and just releasing about it, and made more sense of it later on. And, you know, it kind of brought me out of it. So I could definitely perform again, and I definitely will perform again. But I know that I have to do something to put myself in a mind state and in the physical state to be a performer when that happens. So it's a learning process. It's a learning experience.
You better get ready. You're gonna be up there, man. You better get ready. Yeah, what keeps you going in life and doing music?
My visions. When I say my visions, I mean like I see stuff in my head that I know is going to happen, and it's because I'm going to create it. Like it's not even just with music. It's just with not even I want to be comfortable. I want to be stable. Those are obviously like human things, but like I also have goals that don't have to do with music. I have goals that have to do with myself, with my family, with my friends, with my profession, with my interests, and I'll see things and I'm like, yeah, I gotta make that happen. And this is one of the things that's gonna help make that happen. So stay on there and grind, you know what I'm saying? You know, and just keep pushing, and that's what we're gonna do, just with these interviews.
Alright. How would you say your fan base is with the support and stuff right now?
My folks crazy. They weird, bro. They are weird ass people. And I'm a weird ass person, so I can say that. Like, I know that. Like, and the reason being, because the stuff that I write about is relatable. But it's relatable, but it's in a different form. Like, I'm very, I explain a lot. So you couldn't tell from this interview, I explain a lot, even in my even in my lyrics and my poems. Like, it's visual, it's descriptive, and it's like situational. So like the people who can relate to that stuff have gone through things that have also been, you know, impactful on their mental, because it brings them back to a place where they're like, oh damn, I felt that when you said that shit. I'm like, girl, I know bro, I know. Like, you know, so my folks crazy, but they crazy because they've been through some shit. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, 2020 been pretty straight for my music. Like, it has been pretty straight for my music because I have been writing a lot. Like, I wrote the best songs this year that I ever wrote in my life. Like, y'all hear this shit? When y'all hear this shit, y'all can come back to this interview and be like, yeah, girl, you right. Them was the best ones. But, I have definitely been writing different types of music. Y'all got some stuff that I might not be able to hit the notes right now. But future reference. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do some work to get to them. But other than that, that's super soul. I have written some R&B. I have written some pop stuff. I have written some more raps. And now I can record it when I get to it, like, because I got my studio equipment. So this whole year has been me setting a base for the way that I'm going to work from here on out. And I've also been able to save some more money so that I can put that back into my artistry. And shit, baby. Hey. Turn me up. Don't turn me down. Oh, my bad. That's somebody else's song.
Alright, so a lot of people, like, 2020 has been a horrible year with all the stuff that's been happening and going on. How would you say, how would you say 2020 has been for you? Like,
2020 been pretty straight for me, I ain't gonna lie.
I used to be one of them about a week ago.
I feel like, well, you never know when time might come through, I don't know, but
it's almost over, you good? We're on 21. It's going straight, it's going up, it's not going back.
But I do understand why people say that. It has put people on restriction, and it has caused people to dig in and like be internal about what it is that they're experiencing. But like, I'm always internal. Like, I'm always thinking. I'm an overthinker. I think thoroughly, and I actively think all the time. But like, it hasn't been horrible to me because I don't mind thinking. Like, that's my first nature. I ain't gonna lie. Like, even when I was younger, I probably had a problem with expressing because I understood shit and couldn't express it in words like kids are. Like, but it ain't been horrible to me. If it's been horrible to people, then they need to be able to like calm the fuck down and sit the fuck down. They probably way too active for their own good and just need to relax for a little while.
What has this year taught you and prepared you for the mindset going into 2021 and everything that you want to do?
this year has taught me to listen without judging. I'm not saying that I've mastered listening without judging, but I will have the need to listen because there are people in this world who know more than I do. And I'm gonna have to set my ego to the side and be taught. You see what I'm saying? So 2020 has, number one, taught me how to be taught me how to be a student. Ego been on hold, ego been on, you know what I'm saying, restraints. I've been trying to control that bitch.
I like you saying so.
But she pretty aggressive, so we be tussling, and I can't fight. You know what I'm saying? So it.
Why are you killing me, bro? Why?
Listen, 2020. But in regards to prepping me for like next year, or however I'm gonna be from here on out, it's just like it's taught me how to calm down and like step outside of myself and be like, this is what's happening. The situation is not against you. What are you learning? Type shit. And look at it from that perspective as well.
Alright. Say it's like that makes you stand out. What makes you different from everyone else? What you say?
I can do anything. I can do anything that any other artist can do. And I can't put myself in a category. I can for the sake of answering a question, but I do not put myself in a category as like, this is what I'm only going to do for the rest of my life. I'm not gonna just be a rapper. I'm not gonna just be a singer. I'm not gonna just be a poet. Like, my artistry is going to be my advertisement, and it's going to bring traffic to the things that are also going to be businesses for me. Like, oh, period. I've been working on that. That's another thing. I've been working on that because it was a little bit. But you know what I'm saying? It's a process. That's okay. So yeah, my music, my artistry, you're not gonna be able to put me in a box. I'll say that. You're definitely not gonna be able to be like, this is Paradox.
Yeah.
You're not, because you're gonna be able to find something else and be like, oh, so you're really good at this too. Does that make you this instead? No, I'm both. But what about this? Yeah, that too. I can do a lot of things, and I'm very grateful for the abilities and the gifts. So like, I'm just gonna keep pushing with all of them. It might take some time, but I'm gonna keep doing it anyway.
Okay. What advice do you have out there for artists?
What I can say, just do it. For real, like, a lot of people don't do what they want to do because they're scared of being judged, and that's like, you gotta stop that shit. Like, people gonna judge you regardless. It's whether or not you care about it, whether or not you're gonna internalize it that makes the difference. And I know motherfuckers be judging me. I don't give a damn. Like, if you can't give me constructive criticism, tell me how to improve, then you just talking and you just noise in the background. Like, I don't care at this point. You gonna feel what type of way you feel. I'm gonna feel what type of way I feel. If we can have a conversation about it, then ain't no point in interacting about it. Like, and once people get that in their mindset, in their mind state, and if that's the way that they move, they're gonna be straight. For any upcoming artists that feel like they can't do shit because of somebody else, you holding yourself back. They not holding you back. Period.
Oh, man.
You gotta just with the pressure. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You poppin'.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate your help with the setup. And you're gonna be able to tell the difference from a. Hopefully, you're gonna be able to tell the fucking difference. I did not do that. God damn. Well, this something that's really important that you stand for.
Individualism. So, I say that because there's a lot of clones in the world. And when I say clones, I mean that in the most honest form. Like, it's a lot of people who are doing the same things as each other. And I'm not to say that that's a bad thing at all. It's a lot of rappers out in the world. It's a lot of artists out in the world. Like I said before, it's a lot of people who do things the same. But the mimicking is the thing I have a problem with. So, I stand for individualism because I like for people to have their own face. I like for people to have their own voice.
Yeah.
And I understand that there are people who need a voice because they don't have, I don't want to say a platform, but that's the term I want to use. They might not have a platform for what it is that they want to speak about or express about. But like, it gets to a point where you're saying the exact same thing as somebody else, or you're doing the exact same thing as somebody else, how are you expecting to make an impact? Now, don't get me wrong, like mainstream artists have done it, and they make money off of it. So I can't talk shit about that. But it's tiring to see the same shit all the time. So individualism is important.
Be different. Don't want to be like everybody else. Who does that? All right. Okay. So what can we expect from you this time next year in 2021?
Well, so you probably gonna run some views up on the cipher that's coming up.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cipher.
Okay, then you put that bitch together.
How you doing a cipher? How are you doing? Ain't a cipher like a freestyle?
I wrote it.
Okay, so this is a freestyle. So you just wrote the freestyle down. I guess I got. Okay.
I wrote it. I had prep time. I definitely did. I can't do it. I want to start a group for freestyling so that I can learn how to do it. But I ain't did a check, and I don't know how to freestyle. So.
Okay, we go there.
But other than that, yeah, cause they did put it on the cipher together, and I'm gonna be out on that. I don't know if it's gonna be before the end of the year, but like that'll be between now and this time.
To the complication, I'm talking difficult choices, so can I offer patience? Know a goddess got decisions, she take her time to make them. You ask a question, I'ma hit back either an hour later. Tell you the truth, it's hard to swallow, that's my favorite flavor. Not in the form of revenge, serve cold with ice drinks, shivering from within. Give me the tea instead and serve me mugs to jokes. If looks could kill, I still would not provoke contest to sight. 2020, not even close. With glass eyes, visual aids are too overdosed like any other prescription or even perception. And if it isn't clear, vision is in need of a blessing. So can you clarify or blind more? Went from being the fool to being the wise boy. From trusting intuition to cyclical wide doors, open only to be blocked by reason and mind force. Let me clear the passage. I truly do believe in magic. I had to, have to, a youngin' hopping through the grass to be in a vessel for peace. Let go to release, receive what you see, and your perceptions what the ending will be, and your reflections are how worthy you seem. A king hit me by the cipher. Well, check that off the list number 3. That's progress to me, so shit, gather round or disperse and grab a tree while I cheers to the verse. Now back to work.
Poetry project coming out at the end of the year, so that'll be circulating between now and next year. I'm probably gonna have some more singles coming out between now and next year. Some more collabs coming out between now and next year. And hopefully, I'll be starting a business with my sister as well, my younger sister as well. So we got some goals and we got some aspirations that we're gonna be reaching. So I'm gonna have something to advertise in these videos. You see what I'm saying? This ain't mine. Don't get me wrong. Trav made this. Trav hit him up for the drip. Yeah. But other than that, yeah, definitely a lot more music. Probably some more poetry as well. Some collabs and some new business stuff.
Would you have visuals out? Like
yeah. I'm probably gonna hire some people to do visuals until I learn how to do it myself. Like, I got some video editing software, but I'm just now learning how to use it.
You're gonna be like hands on all of your shit.
Oh, most definitely. I'm trying to own all my shit. Like,
you own
I own all my shit. That's how I'm trying to do. So, but other than that, I'm definitely gonna have somebody do recordings. I'm gonna have somebody do the videos, put them together so that they look good. But until I learn how to do it myself. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot coming.
Okay, who would you say is popping in the music industry on like women rap?
Megan Thee Stallion, of course. Cardi B, of course. Nicki Minaj, of course. You know, the main ones. The people we need to be paying attention to as well. Chica, oh my God, bro. She's so
She
cold.
is good. I know her.
Dreezy, I'm gonna work with Dreezy. I don't care what nobody say. She cold.
Aye, Dreezy.
She cold. Dej did some good shit. Dej did some real good shit. Dej Loaf. Female artists, or you say female rappers?
Rappers.
So yeah. I feel like they must at the top right now. So yeah.
How is it being a woman in the industry? Like, how is it like? I guess is it like, do you like the respect wise of it being a woman in the industry with like the rap game, like the respect from it and stuff?
And then like, what do you mean?
Like, do they like? I don't know. Like, you always hear people be like, it's so much harder for the women to make it in the rap game. They don't get all like the respect. Like, I gotta look like this. I gotta do this. Like, how is that? How has that been? Or have you even run into any of that problems or anything?
So I've definitely so I understand the question now. So it is different for female rappers because people don't like to hear the same shit from female rappers as they do from male rappers. So one of the basic things that we say all the time is, men rap about sex and they're idolized for it. Women rap about sex and they're like downgraded for it. So like, if you don't want a woman to talk about the same shit that a man talk about, what we talking about? Because we all on the same planet, like we all doing the same shit. So like, if people don't like what I'm writing about, I don't give a fuck. But like, I have had to build like a persona type shit. Like I've had to display myself, to present myself in a way that would cause people to pay attention. Like, so the respect thing is different. I'll say that because it takes more. You have to, if you're a woman, I feel like you have to have a look and money to get their respect. With men, you have to have a sound that matches sound that people like. And I don't mean to say that it's like a downgrade, but men can get away with more shit than women can get away with in regards to music or artistry in general. So like, we gotta be more careful is all. And it's not because we have less talent. We don't. Like, if we don't have as much talent, we have more type shit. So like, we just gotta be bold with what it is that we doing and stop worrying about whether or not people are going to respect us for it, because you're gonna have people on both sides. You're gonna have people who love what you're doing, and you're gonna have people who hate what you're doing. But you're not supposed to focus on the people who hate what you're doing, because they're not gonna be the ones making you no money and paying your house payments and buying your merchandise and shit. Like, you gotta focus on the ones that love you and build that, because they got your back.
Alright, so if you wasn't writing or doing music, what else would you be doing? Cooking?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Cooking, that's my baby.
So you cook. What's your favorite dish? What's your specialty? What's your special dish?
Shit, spaghetti. I ain't gonna lie, like, I love spaghetti. That's so simple, and y'all, motherfuckers gonna laugh at me. I do not care. I will eat spaghetti 7 days a week if I have to. That's my shit. I love it. I love it. I don't care who make it. It's my shit. Like, I'm pretty good with some basic shit, but like, I'll try some Asian foods. I haven't been able to perfect them because of flavor or like temperature shit, but I'm open to learning a lot of different stuff. And when I was little, I used to cook all the time. Like, I used to cook with my grandma, with my other grandma, with my sisters and stuff like that. Like, I loved cooking. That's alchemy. Like, that's magic. Yeah. That's science as fuck. And I enjoyed it a lot, especially because I also got to enjoy it when I got done with it and eat that shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if I want to rap and do music and nothing like that, I'll definitely be in the kitchen somewhere.
All right. In 5 years, where do you want to be at and have accomplished, like personal wise, like self wise, musically wise, and all that?
Okay.
That's 5 years.
5 years from now, I'll probably have at least 2 music projects, 3. I'd say 3 is a good goal because music costs a lot of money to make. So I'll probably have at least 3 projects out, some more collabs. I'll have some poetry projects out. I'll have merchandise out. I'll be comfortable. I'll be living comfortably is what I should say. And I'll be on the way to building generational wealth. Cause if I have kids, if I'm blessed with the opportunity to like give birth and create a family, like they can't be stuck in this world on this earth with like nothing.
Yeah.
That shit is dangerous to leave people with. You can't leave people on this bitch with nothing at all, because they just gonna end up sad on earth, and that's not okay. So I'm definitely gonna be on the way to building generational wealth because we need it. We need it as a people. We need it as a family. We need it as, we just need it.
That's facts. We ain't getting no rap. Okay, we not getting no rap. I tried, you guys. I really tried.
Go stream, handle it. It's out on all streaming platforms.
It always speaks if you listen. Doesn't take much to get the message. We just like to think, letting a little bit of sunshine, that we know better than those with experience. Hey, not that you deserve an explanation. Cliche lines and listless rhymes are overwhelming. And I was born to teach without intention. Yeah, that shit be accidental, but you love it though. Taking in so much of my surroundings, then releasing those decent flows. Peep it. I see people with an ego that's way too grand for their body. But I learned to observe and keep the side remarks on silent. Yeah, I still get noticed if something ain't right. My vessel vibrate.
So they finna be everywhere. Basically, I got 2 pieces out right now. It's a song and a poem. Handle It and Cloak, and they are on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Google Play, YouTube, wherever you listen to music, that's where it's at. And then I got some stuff that I've been practicing making on SoundCloud as well, so you can look that up at Paradox 3.14. That's also my Instagram tag, Paradox 3.14. There you go. Facebook is The Paradox Writes, and you'll see like some short visuals, just pictures or whatnot here and there every once in a while. I don't use Twitter, I don't use Snapchat, so the only ones you're gonna get me on YouTube is just Paradox again with a pie, P-A-R-A-D-A-X, but pie, A-R-A-D.
Alright, that's all we have for Just With The Press today. Again, I want to thank my guests for coming. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It was really fun. You should do this again. You should do this again.
We bet. Alright, baby. Alright, thank you.
You're so
We out.
welcome.